Good morning, future and fellow weirdos of the flock. Welcome to the party pen. Welcome to the party pen. We have good time. So, yesterday was like a whole thing, okay? So, David ends up sending this other guy, uh, his counselor, okay? He ends up sending his counselor to Absalom, okay, because he wanted to spy, right? So the dude gets to Absalom, and Absalom's kind of iffy. So then Absalom decides to ask his counselor for some advice. And his advice was fuck your dad's whores on a roof. It'll be great. Listen, he left them here, so I mean, what are they for? They're whores, right? So that's what Absalom does. Then, Absalom, or no, Absalom's counselor is like, I could go kill David right now. Here's my plan. And Absalom's like, okay, let's ask this other guy. So the other guy tells him, you think you're going to kill David? You. Kill a mighty man of valor? No way. Not happening. You know your dad. You guys know David. Like, he beats a fucking giant. Like, ain't no... No. He may be a marshmallow to you, but I'm guaranteeing you come up on him. You're not killing David. David's going to kill you. But here's what we do. And he gives them this great plan. Don't ask me what it is because I have no fucking idea. But it's a great plan. And so he has this great plan. So Absalom's like, yeah, good idea. So then David's counselor, the one that's with Absalom right now, he goes and tells the priests that are hiding in the cave. So he goes and tells them, and they tell David, like, Absalom's at your doorstep, dude. You gotta go. And then, as they're going, one of Saul's relatives comes following him along on the mountain above him, throwing rocks and cussing. He was talking more shit than a little bit, like for real. And he was throwing rocks and dirt, all sorts of shit. And then the dudes are like, one shot, one kill. David's like, be still, bitch. And that is where we're leaving. Or we're picking up right after that. I don't know what that's where we're leaving off. We just started. I know we just started, but that's where we left off yesterday. So that's where we're picking up today. So, come in. Did you take your medicine? All right, take your fucking medicine. And come in. I am Nikki K. the Great. I will be reading you Das Bible stories. We have good time. Good time. So, stop right there and grab you something. Keep other people alive. Cheers. And then, did you bring weed? Please? Because I don't have any. It's so depressing. Listen, what is it like every month. You think I would buy enough, but I don't realize I smoke that much until I smoke that much. It is really bad. So, hopefully you have weed because I have cigarettes, and then have a seat and let's smoke it, read it, drink it. We have good time. All right. Chapter 18. Yeah. Chapter 18. I want to know what it says. Chapter 18. Yeah, it's never been read. Best words ever. Best words ever. I don't care. Now it's gonna be in your head all day. Thanks. And David numbered the people that were with him and set captains of thousands and hundreds. And David sent, oh my God. Why can't I read? Hold on. And David sent forth a third part of the people under the hand of Joab, a third under the hand of Abishai, and a third part under Ittai. And the king said to the people, I will surely go forth with you myself also. But the people answered, no, the fuck you won't. No, as a matter of fact, you will not. What did he say? Did he say he was going? Because he's not going. Don't make us tie you up, King Face. Listen, you're not fucking going. Why does he think I'm playing? He thinks I'm playing. I'm not playing. King Face, you're not going. Okay. They said, no, no, no. Okay. And the king said, all right, okay. I don't like to get my hands dirty anyway. So, yeah, I'll just chillax. Don't worry. And the king stood by the gate, and all the people came out by hundreds and thousands. And the king commanded Joab, this guy, David irks my soul above all souls. Like, I know. I mean, I don't know. I have no idea what you're about to say, but David is aggravating. Okay. So he said to Joab, Abishai, and Ittai, saying, deal gently for my sake with the young man, Absalom, and with all the... Oh, okay, hold on. Take great care for my sake with Absalom. And all the people heard when the king gave the captain charges over concerning Absalom. So King D wasn't keeping it a secret. Don't kill Absalom, because I will die. I will die. Big die. Don't kill. Okay. So the people went out into the field against the vampires. Okay. So that's the werewolves. See, I don't know. I guess it's vampires against vampires at this point. And the battle was in the woods of Ephraim, where the people of the vampires were. Where the vampires were slain before the servants of David. That day, 20,000 men over the face of all the country, and all the wood devoured more people that day than the sword. So did they get caught in quicksand? They're in quicksand. Yeah, okay. And Absalom met the servants of David, and Absalom rode upon a mule. And oh my gosh. Okay. So anyway, okay. So Absalom rode upon a mule, and the mule went under the thick boughs of a great oak, and his head caught a hold of the oak, and he was taken between heaven and earth. And the mule that was under him went away. Oh my God. So, like, there's a branch that, let me see. Not a very good drawer, but I'm going to try to draw. Okay. Okay. There's a tree. And one thing, and it's got one over here, and one over here. And then his head is caught in the middle. Can you see? You can't even see it. Hold on. Oh, you can't even see it. See, this is why I don't do this, but it's right up here in the corner. So he was literally hanging from a tree without a rope. Okay. Okay. So Absalom. Oh, okay. Okay. And there the people, okay, and Absalom, and okay, and he walked away. And a certain man saw it and told Joab and said, Behold, I see Absalom hung in an oak. And Joab said, Why didn't you kill him? And the dude was like, Because King D said don't kill him. So Joab rode over there and killed him. And then they threw, and Joab blew the trumpet after he slew Absalom. And the people returned from pursuing after the vampires, for Joab held back the people. They took Absalom and cast him into a giant pit in the woods, and laid a very great heap of stones upon him. And all Israel fled, every one to his tent. Now Absalom in his lifetime had taken and reared up for himself a pillar, which is in the king's dale. For he said, I have no son to keep my name in remembrance. And he called the pillar after his own name. And now, and it is called Absalom's place to this day. Okay. So Joab killed Absalom. Okay. And the dude's like, this is bad. So then Ahimaaz, the son of Zadok, said, let me now run and bear the great king's tidings, how the Lord has avenged him of his enemies. And Joab said, no, you can't. But you can do it another day. But this day you shall bear no tidings, because the king's son is dead. Then Joab said to Cushai, Go ahead and go tell the king what you have seen. And Cushai bowed himself to Joab and ran. Then Ahimaaz, the son of Zadok, said again, But howsoever, let me, I pray thee, also run after Cushai. And Joab said, where are you going to go, seeing you have no tidings ready? But whatever, he said, let me run. But he said, run. Then Ahimaaz ran by the way of the plain that overran Cushai. And David sat between the two stones at the gate. And the watchman went up to the roof and lifted up his eyes and looked, and behold, a man running alone. And the watchman cried and said, and told the king. And the king said, if he's alone, there is tidings in his mouth. So he drew near, and the watchman saw another man running. And the watchman said to the porter and said, another man is running alone. And the king said, he's also bringing tidings. And the watchman said, methinks the one that's running closer is Ahimaaz. And the king said, he is a good man, and he comes with good tidings. And Ahimaaz called and said to the king, all is well. And he did the face thing. And the king said, blessed is the Lord God, which has delivered the men and lifted up their hands against the king. And the king said, what happened to Absalom? Okay. And Ahimaaz answered, okay, when Joab sent the king's servant and me, your servant, I saw a great tumult, but I knew not what it was. And the king said, stand over here. And he stood still. And Cushai came, and Cushai said, hey, what's up, King Face? I come with good news. The Lord has avenged this day all of them that rose against you. And the king said, what about Absalom? And Cushai said, the enemies of my lord the king and all that rise against you to do you harm be as that young man is. So pretty much he's dead. Okay. And the king was much moved and went to the chamber over the gate and wept as he went. And he said, oh, my son Absalom, Absalom, my son, it's so terrible. Everybody killed my son. Oh, my son, Absalom. Right? Like, so David is like freaking out, going slow, like freaking out and going slow. So we are going to pause right there. We are going to check our cats, water our plants, repack a bowl. We're going to find a bowl. Then we're going to smoke a cigarette, grab a refill, and go pee. We will be right back. All right. Chapter 19. Hold on. Maybe. Oh my God, this is so long. Okay. So it was told to Joab that the king was weeping and mourning over Absalom, and the victory that day was turned into mourning unto all the people. For the people heard that day how the king was grieved for his son. Remember, David is an Insta influencer, okay? So everybody is like in whatever mood David's in, because David's like Insta influencer du jour, right? Like everybody is. You know how Metalocalypse, like the people in Metalocalypse, like they freaked out whenever like Metalocalypse, the band, didn't like do stuff or make music. The people would just freak out. It's kind of like that for David, right? No matter what David is doing, if David is like pumped up, the people are like pumped up. And if David is like super then the people are like super right? Totally extra. Hi, Blue, come on. Hey, come on. Come on. Oh, I love your baby. I said love the baby. Come on. Come on. That's a good baby. Okay. It's a good baby. All right. So, anyway, David, super influencer. Okay. So, everybody is mourning even though there was a victory. Everybody is super sad because David's super sad. And this, oh, and this pisses Joab off. He's like, this shit. Right? Blue, come on. I know I love you also, but you're in the way. Come on, bad cat. Okay. So Joe, yeah. Okay. Come on. Okay. Okay. And people got them by stealth that day into the city, being ashamed. uh, Okay. So they came back in the south because they were ashamed that they fled in the battle. But the king covered his face, and the king cried with a loud voice, my son, the Absalom. Right? Look. Okay. Blue. Your ass does not. She's sitting on my back. Look. Look at her. She's so fucking fat. Okay. So he's crying about Absalom. So Joab came into the house and said, we just won a victory, dude. And you're turning it into a sad day. Like, why? Okay. Like, everybody has saved your life. And you're just gonna shit on them and shit it on them. Right? They risked their lives for you. And you're gonna sit here and cry over the guy who tried to kill you. Right? He didn't think you were his dad when he was trying to kill you. So I don't know why the fuck you're crying. Now, go out there and talk to these people and tell them they do a good job, like, subscribe. Right? Like, you better tell them. Because you're making this shit really sad and we just won. Hey, Blue. Blue. Come here. Come on. Come down here. Yeah. Okay. So Joab's like, go talk to the people. Right. Like, go talk to the people. Hold on. Absalom said, go talk. Oh yeah, go talk to the people. Because I swear by the Lord that if you do not go, there will not tarry one with you all night. This night. And that will be worse to you than all the evil that befell you from your youth until now. So, like, if you don't go say something to these people, they are all going to leave you. And you have not been alone ever. And you think it was bad when you were a kid and having to hide from Saul all the time. It'll be worse. Then the king arose and sat at the gate, and they told all the people, saying, look, the king is here. And all the people came to the king, for the vampires had fled, every man to his tent. Yeah, go see what that is. Those are geese. And all the people were at strife throughout all the tribes of the vampires, saying, "The king has saved us out of the hand of our enemies and delivered us out of the hand of the Philistines. And now he is fled out. He has fled out of the land for Absalom. And Absalom, whom we anointed over us, is dead in battle. Now, therefore, why speak you a word of bringing the king back?" Okay. Okay, so they were like, King D is always fleeing. We don't want a fucking king that always flees and cries and flees. Like, that's not good, king. And David sent to Zadok and Abiathar, the priests, saying, "Speak unto the elders of Judah, saying, why are you the last to bring back the king? Sing, the speech of all Israel has come to the king, even to his house. You are my brethren. You are flesh of my flesh, bones of my bones. And wherefore then are you the last to bring back the king?" So David's like, "I was king over you first. Why are you the last ones? I thought you guys were in my corner." So I guess it was Judah the one talking shit. "And say to Amasa, are you not of my bone and my flesh? God do so to me and more also. If you are not a captain of the host before me continually in the room of Joab." And he bowed the heart of all, the men of Judah, even as the heart of one man. So they sent this word to the king: "Go ahead, go home. Yeah, go to your home. Yeah, king face, good deal." And okay. And the king returned and came to Jordan, and Judah came to Gilgal. To go meet the king, to conduct the king over Jordan. And Shimei, the son of Gera, a Benjamite, which was of the Bahurim, hasted and came down with the men of Judah to meet King D. Okay, so this is the one that was over the mountain, that was on the mountain throwing dirt and rocks at King D. And then, cursing him. So he came down first and there were 1,000 men of Benjamin with him. Ziba, the servant of the house of Saul, and his 15 sons and his 20 servants with him. And they went over Jordan before the king. And there went over a ferry boat to carry the king's household and to do what he thought good. And Shimei the son of Gera fell down before the king as he was come over. And he said to the king, "Let not my lord impute iniquity unto me, neither do you remember that which. And please don't remember that I threw rocks and dirt and sticks at you. Because I know I have sinned. Behold, I am come the first this day of all the house of Joseph to go down to meet the king." But Abishai answered and said, "You should be put to death, dude, because you cursed the Lord's anointed." And David said, "Why do you keep talking for me? Why? Stop talking for me. I'm King D. I don't need nobody." Ugh. Right? He's like, I don't know. "Shall there be any man put to death this day in Israel? For I know that I am this day king over Israel." Therefore the king said to Shimei, "You will not die. You're not gonna die." And the king was like, "Swearsies." And Mephi, the son of Saul, came to meet the king, and had neither dressed his feet nor trimmed his beard, washed his clothes from the day the king departed until the day he came again in peace. And it came to pass, when he had come to Jerusalem to meet the king, that the king said, "Why didn't you go with me?" Real question is, why didn't David think of him? Just saying. And he said, "Yeah, why didn't you go?" And he answered, "My lord, my servant, king face, my servant deceived me. For the servant said, I will saddle me an ass that I may ride and go to the king, because I am lame. And he has slandered me unto the king. But my lord the king is an angel of God. Do, therefore, what is good in your own eyes." See, part of me thinks he's faking it. Like he did that on purpose. But I don't know. And Ziba could be a bad guy. He did work for Saul. I don't know. For all my father's house were but dead men before the Lord, before you, hold on, For all my father's house was but dead men. Before my lord the king set your servant among them that did eat at your own table. What right, therefore, what right do I have to cry any more unto the king? You're talking too much, Mephi. See, Mephi's saying too much. Too many excuses and flowery words. See, I think he's a bad guy. And the king said, why are you still talking? I have said, you and Ziba, you divide the land. You don't. Why are you still talking? I'm so over this. And Nephi said, go ahead, let him take all of it, because you have come back, and that is good enough for me. And Barzillai came down from Rogelim and went over the Jordan with the king to conduct him over Jordan. Now Barzillai was a very aged man. He was 80 years old. And he provided the king sustenance while he was at Mahanaim. For he was a very great man. And the king said to Barzillai, come over with me, and you can eat with me in Jerusalem. And Barzillai said, how much longer do I have to live, King Face? Like, I'm about to die. I don't need to go. I don't need to know. I'm 80 years old, and I discern between good and evil. Hold on. For I am this day 80 years old, and can I discern between good and evil? Can your servant taste what I eat or what I drink? Can I hear any more the voice of the singing men and singing women? Why should I be a burden to you, King Face? But he really wouldn't be, though. David's got a guy for that. I'll go a little way with you over the Jordan. And hold on. I will go a little way over the Jordan with the king. And why should the king recompense it to me such a reward? Yet your servant, I pray thee, turn back again, that I may die in my own city and be buried by the grave of my father and my mother. But behold, Chimham, let him go over with you, and do to him all that seems good to you. Take little guy, he has good time, he's good guy. Okay, so take Chimham. All the people went over the Jordan, and when the king had came over, the king kissed Barzillai, blessed him, and Barzillai went home. And then the king went to Gilgal, and Chimham went with him. And all the people of Judah conducted the king and also half of the vampires. So at this point, the werewolves and the vampires are with him. And behold, all the men of the vampires came to the king and said, "Why have our brethren, the werewolves, stolen you away and have brought the king and his household and all of David's men with him over the Jordan?" And all the werewolves answered and said, "Because he's more of a kin to us than you. We love him more. Fuck y'all. Y'all ain't shit." Okay. Why you mad though? You think he gave us something he didn't give you? No, he gave you something he didn't give us, and we're glad we ain't got it. So, and the men of Israel answered, okay, so the vampires answered the werewolves and said, "We have 10 parts in the king and more right in David than you. He can be our king because, yeah, God, something. There's words." What are you doing, Blue? Why then did you despise us that our advice should not go first? Okay, hold on. And Israel said, "We love him more." And why would you be the last ones to bring him back to the kingdom? Like, he was your king first, right? Yeah, I think he was. I think that's, yes, I think he was your king first. So why are you the last to bring him back? And this lip boxing kept going on for like a long while. They was lip boxing. But it turns out that the werewolves beat the vampires in the battle of lip boxing. And we are ending right there because I talk too much and I can't read. I do a good job. Like, subscribe. I do a good job, probably. I mean, I do a good job for me. Like, have you met me? Anyway, thank you for watching. I love you. I am going to post the evidence fund again because I want some evidence. I want to read the rest of this book. Okay, I don't want to read it. I want to have it read to me by Salvador Dali. Parody. So I'm going to post the evidence fund. The world. God saves the world. That, yes, the world is on the shits. Anyway, listen now more than ever. Don't get ready. Stay ready. Keep your head down, your nose clean, your shoes tied. Did I say that all backwards? Hold on. Now more than ever, keep your head down, your nose clean, your shoes tied. Don't get ready. Stay ready. Listen. Be good or be good at it. And make sure you are aware of the things that are happening. Because it is so important. So thank you for watching. I love you. Have the greatest day ever. Love you. Bye.